Good morning, everybody. Pastor Stitch, Narrow Path Christian Church, BC, Bay City, Michigan. Welcome to the Biker Devotional. Today is November 25th, 2025. We are looking at Proverbs chapter 25 and verses 6 and 7. So yesterday I had the privilege of teaching the lesson Spiritual Inventory 1 at our Celebrate Recovery. And as we were going through that and looking at the challenges and the needs of doing an inventory, step 4, we talked about and asked the question, in what areas have you had false humility? And as we were talking about that idea of false humility, lifting ourselves up, putting ourselves in a better position, speaking things about ourselves that were half-truths or partial truths, or just twisting the truth a little bit to make ourselves feel better or look better. And as we were talking, I quoted these two verses, Proverbs 25, 6 and 7. Don't brag about yourself before the king. Don't stand in the place of the great. For it is better for him to say to you, come up here, than to demote you in plain view of a noble. You know, so many times in my life, and I'll be honest, I still find myself doing this today, where I want to look just a little bit better. I'm not feeling good about myself, and so I want to look just a little bit better. Ask me what I look like without a shirt, I'll tell you I got a six-pack. Not really. Not really. I am not completely unfit, but I do not have a six-pack. Not anymore. Those are full lies. Complete distortions. And the reality is, what I'm trying to do is put myself into a better position. Solomon reminds the people he's talking to, because these are the Proverbs that Hezekiah, king of Judah, wrote down. Don't make yourself better, Solomon said. Don't be greater. Don't come in here. This is the way I envision this going. Hezekiah shows up for a banquet, and Solomon's table is right up front, and he's got his throne and a place for his chosen bride, and he's got his place for his nobles, and then right out in front of that, he's got places for other royalty. And Hezekiah walks in and walks right up to the main table and sits right down next to King Solomon. Now, I'm not saying this happened, but this is the way I'm envisioning it in my head. And Solomon said, this is really not smart. You should have paid attention to my guys, because I've got a perfect place for you where you're going to be at the head of the entire room, just not ahead of me. But now, because somebody else is sitting in your spot, I got to send you to the back of the room, and you're going to look like a fool. Don't assume where you are, right? Don't brag about yourself in front of the king. Don't brag about yourself in front of others. Don't put yourself in a greater position. It's better for them to bring you up than it is for them to, in front of everybody else, say, no, that wasn't quite what you were supposed to do. I need to work on this more. False humility is me thinking things about myself. Real humility is you thinking things about me, and me accepting that you think that, but still wanting to live into it. I don't know that I'm good at that. But I know that Solomon reminds me every month in Proverbs 25, don't brag about yourself before the king. Don't stand in a place of great, for it is better for him to say to you, come up here, than to demote you in plain view of a noble. Let's go out into the world today and really spend some time just being present with the world and not worrying about what we think they think of us. Let's pay attention to what they say about us. I love y'all. Hope you have a great day. God bless.